Alright, welcome back to part 3. I realized that doing one Joy-Con takes about 30 minutes, so it takes a bit. And last time you got to see, well, you've seen the casing in part 1 for the back plate. You got to see me do the right Joy-Con in part 2. Final part is to do the left one, obviously, and today it's bluey, because yes, I bought these ones. The red and blue signature color combination. I don't like the red that they chose for it. I like darker reds like this, so I mean, it's up to you what you decide that you want to do. You can have it however you want, but while this blue does look really good with the purple, and it pains me to say this, but I actually would like one of these as well, so I'll probably end up buying another set of these anyway. But I also really like the mint green, and I wouldn't mind buying another Joy-Con set of these red and blue Joy-Cons, so I can swap out the red Joy-Con for the green one, and then I'll have a matching set of these on their own. Or I can just mix and match them. So that's getting saved for later. I actually wouldn't mind doing that with these purple ones too, but this, especially because this material feels really nice. I hope that they come out with more color choices later, because that is absolutely fabulous. Anyway, we'll move on to left Joy-Con. This is slightly different. Now, Y2.0. You only need the tri-wings to just get into it. Once you have it open, the tri-wing is done. You don't need to touch it anymore because everything inside is Phillips, because it is more expensive to make a tri-wing than it is to make a Phillips head screw. Mainly just because Phillips head is the standard and tri-wing is not. So a lot of companies are used to making tri-wing. You can go just about anywhere to get a Phillips head. It's standard format. Tri-wing, they kind of have to make them in-house, which means all the various forms that it has are, just wiggle them apart. Come on now. Come on, baby. Let me in. I got all 4 of you out. Damn it. That's why it's good to have these sorts of tools. It just makes things so much easier. Now, already a difference with, well, there's been no difference up to this point. So this is what, Y? You won't tell me your Phillips head, so you're done for now. Put you there. Again, you have the Phillips head over here. And actually, it wouldn't really be that hard to change the buttons here. I just don't care. Again, in part 2, I kind of go off and mumble about it a little bit. Get that out, put that up there. That part's done. So there's going to be a difference here. For one, we can take this piece off, this button, because it's going to get replaced. And if you're just doing a shell, you're not doing the buttons, these don't actually need to come off. That piece, you just slide it over and treat the middle as if, you know, you don't have to change out that middle piece if you don't want to. Get the screws off to the side, we'll put that up there with the rest of the trash. So you don't have the sensor here like you do with the left, or with the right. So that's already easier to deal with. As such, that whole ribbon that goes underneath this isn't there. So this can actually be pulled up right away and just left there for the moment. At least we know it can come up. The only problem is, that's the only visible screw without taking this out. That's why I like to do it on both. It's just consistency. Even though you technically on the right one don't need to take out the battery whatsoever. But since I'm moving the entire thing, I'll unwrap these two. And there you have it. It's cross and cross. So the three that are actually holding this middle piece together, or this, is actually going to be this piece, and this screw, and this screw. So this one, and this one. The other two are actually holding the board underneath it down. So if I remove them, this one's the obvious one. This one you didn't need to pull up the screw, you didn't need to pull up the battery in order to get at it. Come on, you bastard. Now you want to come out. You can already see it kind of wobble. Get this guy out of here too, because we're not saving that middle piece. So that comes up, that comes out, just like that. Pretty simple, easy to do. Let me actually just check and see. Would that look good on these? Not as much as the black, I don't think. I think the black would be a good... Yeah. We'll keep up with normal fare. Get that out of there. You can come out. Now, here are more parts on where it's different, because now that that's come up, this is your minus button, and it's screwed down. You have a screw underneath the ribbon cable that connects that. You have a screw here, and that's for your, obviously, your analog. Your buttons are down here, and this is where you got the crosshat section. There's nothing else down here, thankfully, but you do still have these two here. And that does need to come up. And that actually, I believe the ribbon's underneath that, so... Got to do this in the right order. That one. Now that can come up. Oh right, these two are connected. I forgot. The inputs are the exact same. So, yeah, these are, the ribbon cable is connected all throughout. So now we can get to this one. And then finally these two. Damn it! I'm always dropping shit. It's not fun. Likewise, we have that fucking sticker getting in the way again of the analog stick. Let me just, yeah, there we go. There you go, you can see my head a little bit. The fuck is that to? I don't know. Something broke. Doesn't look to be anything too terribly important though, so. And we'll just go like this. Because the only buttons we actually need are this one for your screen capture, and the thing for that, as well as this one, and your minus button. The rest of these are getting thrown out because we got new buttons. New buttons are amazing. I really do like this blue. If only the red could actually look good, but it doesn't. So that can go over there. And we have our new one. Obviously they only painted the outside, which kind of sucks because, you know, I get that you're just 3D printing these and they look nice on the outside and you're not really looking at the inside. But the inside just, there's so much going on here that if you have the different color change, it's kind of glaringly bad. Right. I think I might probably should have put the purple on it. Well, I got green over here. So I'll actually look at this because I want them to be opposite. There we go. And again, this is why tweezers is a good thing. Let me take that off there first. There we go. They just left a little bit from where they removed it from the wire for what they for when they 3D printed that. There's just a little notch there that needed to go. There we go. Buttons are in place, which means that that can go on top. Now, sadly, they don't remake these at all. They don't remake the plus and minus, which is sad. Well, they probably do, actually. I just haven't heard of it. Yeah, I'm just kind of cruising through this at this point. Because they're just buttons, you know. There isn't all that much to them. And now we get back to this mess. Of course, everything in its mother wants to fucking push it back up. So, put it down for now. And let's start wiring or screwing this thing back together. Now, which way was it again? Really? Right. Looking at the wrong fucking holes. There we go. Shit. Whatever you're doing, always be careful of what you're doing. I'm going to actually have to pull this back up anyway, because it looks like the pads slid off of the buttons a little bit. Oh shit. Yeah. That's why you don't do stupid shit like that. 'Cause I lost at least one screw doing that. Luckily, I keep all my extra shit, so I have plenty of extras of these. Well, I got a few anyway. Cool. Alright, I got the... I can replace that one. I got it. I got it. Right up in ya. Okay. And you came out. What about you? You in there? Yeah, you're in there. Oh my god, you're such a pain in the ass. You always want to make sure that the little dot is always pointing up towards you. If it's not, it'll become an issue. I don't know why it decided to pop out then, but it did. Luckily, I can just throw her back in. I don't know what caused it to go pop like that, but it did. Anyway. Yeah, you ain't gonna be popping up no more, bitch. Alright. It's just tedious, tedious work. Still need to get you into place and wired down. Once I get one of you in, the other one should be easier though. Alright, and one more. Good measure. Alright. Now we can take this and one of these. Like that. This piece can come in here. And just bolt it down. Bolt it down. Oh, that needs to get where it's going, so that needs to come out. Come back out real quick. Alright, where'd that go? Did any of you see it? There it is. There we go. Now it's in place. It's not a big thing, but you might not be able to wire it down if you haven't already. One there. And one here. And this can go back into its comfort hole. This piece can get back to its resting place. Right there. One more final screw in here. Ah, that's where that fucker showed up, disappeared off to. I can put that back with all my other ones because I replaced it. See? This would have had an unbearable shaking at that point. Anyway, it's time for this piece to go on. Means we need 1, 2. And this is taking forever, isn't it? Yeah, this one's going a little bit faster. Oh, you freaking bastard. I don't like working with springs. I don't know if I mentioned that. I really don't like working with springs. Can't get good light no matter what because these chrome things just reflect it, and it's just hard to see if I'm actually putting them on the right spots. I am. Fucking A. This is always the hardest part for me. Always. Without fucking fail. There we go. Such a chore. Such a chore. As per usual, we come off with this little finish. There we go. Now this should just slide back together. Like that. Pretty simple. And that one is done with. place where you're always going to tell whether you did this right or not will always be right along these, just because if it's not lining up properly, sometimes you're just misaligning it, but it can also show you that you did something wrong, because it won't want to go together. So you don't want to force it. You want to see if there's any way that you can make it flush. And right now I'm doing this right, because look how easy that's going together. So this one's going to be, this third part's going to be a little bit longer, just because of the fact that now we have the Joy-Cons. They look freaking lovely. Those button combo actually looks great. And we have the switch. So I suppose I should probably flip it back over. That is my custom design Animal Crossing switch. That's pretty much what the theme was to kind of do pastel Animal Crossing themed colors. And yeah, I mean, came out great. Absolutely lovely. I'm quite happy with it. But that was basically how you go about changing these out. Hope you learned something. Not the easiest thing to do, but I think these ones, when you go to buy them, their website or their description says that it takes like 3+ hours